Bagnara. That's as much as Telugu as I know. I only learned these two lines. Next time I come here, I'll learn a little bit more. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, thank you so much for joining us here today. I'm very excited because this is the first time I'm standing in front of the Telugu industry media, and I've heard plenty of wonderful things about you guys. I love how you celebrate cinema and take it to a whole new level, and I just love the culture over here. So I'm very happy to be here today. On behalf of Tansri Doraisingha Pillai and RVS Ashok Kumar, my partners at Lotus Pictures, I want to say thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. My partners in crime are here with me on stage. I would say my mentors, my guides, my big brothers, all of them have welcomed me with open arms over here. And they're showing me the right path in cinema, and I'm very happy. Thank you, guys. Vijay Antony garu, sir, actually a fun fact for you guys. Vijay Antony garu introduced me in Betaluru, a film that came out in 2016. He introduced me as an actor for the first time. So I'm very excited that I get to share screen space with him again. Thank you, Vijay sir. And Ritika Singh, if you see her when she comes on set, she's always like very bubbly, very chirpy. It's always like that. That's her demeanor on set. Sometimes I look at her and I'll be like, you guys gave her a national award. Okay. And then the second the director says, shot ready, or if he says, you know, Ritika, we want to do a rehearsal, like that she switches. And I guess that's why they gave you a national award. You're a wonderful performer. I really enjoyed working with you. Thank you so much. Meenakshi, Miss, I don't know what Miss also, you're so many title winners. She's a wonderful actor. She emotes so beautifully in this film, so beautifully. You'll see it on the big screen. She has a great future ahead of her. She really goes out of her way to learn her lines, to do every action the director asks for, no complaints whatsoever. I'm really excited to see how your career shapes up. All the best, Meenakshi. And our director, Mr. Balaji Kumar, he's actually a very good friend, mentor also, I must say. He gives me a very hard time on set all the time, you can ask him. But he has my back. He always will look after me. He always will tell me when I'm going in the right direction. He'll always tell me when I'm going in the wrong direction. For that, I'll just say I love you. There's so many things I could say, but I'll save it for another day. I just love you. Thank you so much. And members of the media, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for welcoming us with open arms. I'm really excited for the release of Hatya. Happy Independence Day.
To be here for the second time, actually. 2017, I was here for the audio launch and the film launch, trailer launch of Gruham, Siddharth's film that did very well in Telugu. And I missed an opportunity to be here again for Nishabdam, Hemant Garu's film starring Madhavan and Anushka in 2020, which I did the background score for, which I really enjoyed. And thank you, Hemant Garu, for being here. And being here for the second time for Hatya is, I'm very happy and glad because this is a film that's truly pan-world. I'll not say pan-Indian because pan-Indian is the key word now. I think this is a film that will appeal to more than 200 countries, 100 languages. Whatever language you watch this film in, you will still connect with the emotions, you will still connect with the mood, the intrigue, the music, the acting, everything is really, top quality. And out of all the countries, out of all the languages, one language is very special, which is Telugu. Because Telugu film industry has been proving to the world how to, make films where everyone is devoid of ideas, with the response that RRR is getting throughout the world, with the organic love that it's getting from all the greats of Hollywood cinema who are comparing it to Marvel and other big blockbuster films. So basically, Telugu film industry has redefined how to do a blockbuster, and it gives me immense pleasure to present another idea in this platform to this industry, where we can happily say the audience celebrate great cinema regardless of where it comes from. But coming back to our film, I think everyone else has spoken about, how much hard work has gone into this film and how much technical prowess has been shown in this film, which the audience will get to see. For me personally, it was a really, really different film because all my life, when I started my career with Sivakarthikeyan's Marina, after that I've predominantly done thrillers. This one is uniquely different because the music here you hear is very different for a thriller, which was specifically requested by the director Balaji Kumar, and you will hear it in the film. It's a mix of everything. For me, it's the perfect Hollywood blockbuster, but done in Indian languages. So you will hear that in the music as well. And I would like to thank everyone for being here. G.V. Raju garu, Bellamkonda Srinivas garu, Bellamkonda Suresh garu, sorry. And my producers, about whom I haven't spoken much. I know there are more press meets to speak about everyone, and I need to save some content for the remaining press meets. So I would just say that, I'd like to thank everyone, and special word of mention to all the performers in this film. Vijay Antony, sir, I've never seen him give such a nuanced performance, as he has done in this film. It's phenomenal. I've told him that, the way he's conducts and acts himself, it's got such an alpha presence. It was just phenomenal doing music for that, sir. And I'm sure the audience will, they love you here. They will love you even more after this film. And Ritika, you were absolutely phenomenal as Balaji Kumar likes to call the rookie cop. That is such an innocence about how you portray this role, and there is such curiosity, and the audience actually see the film through your eyes. I don't know if you've seen the edit of the film. It's through your eyes that everyone gets to discover the case as it unravels. So that was really, really nice and interesting call in the edit. And Meenakshi, of course, you are phenomenal as Leila. I'm saying all of this because I've seen the film. I don't want to go into more details. And Basha Sri Garu, you were really, really cooperative in changing the lyric meters. I've really given you a hard time, but you were, really nice to change all the minute things that I wanted. And if I've forgotten anybody else, please forgive me. Thank you very much, Dhananjayan sir, Pradeep sir, and everyone else. Thank you very much.
And Antariki Namaskaram. That's the only two words that I actually learnt in Telugu. I'm very sorry. Though I actually lived all my life with too many Telugu people, somehow I don't think I had the flair to get the language, but I do know that it's so sweet. Because when I heard the song in Telugu, the Telugu version of that song, thank you, Mr. Bhashyasri. Fantastic. Actually, I don't understand, but I know what it means. But it's too good. The words are so musical. And first off, I have to thank Infinity. They are spread and sit down. I mean, Infinity, Mr. Dhananjayan, Mr. Kamal Bora, Mr. Pradeep, Mr. Pankaj Bora, who's not here today with us, and also Lotus, of course, Siddhartha to begin with, and Mr. Tan Sri Dursingam, and Mr. RVS Ashok. And thank you, sir, for coming, and thank you, Mr. G.V.J. Rajagaru, for coming, and Mr. Belagunda Suresh for coming. Thank you very much. And they all have spoken about the cast. The movie would not have happened if it's not for Mr. Vijay Antony here. There are two Vijays that were instrumental in this movie. One is my sound effects designer. He and Mr. Vijay Antony, they actually made this happen. And Mr. Vijay Antony asked me only one thing. He said, "Can you make this movie like a Hollywood picture?" And I said, "Sure. But if you have to do it, I have to have control." And which all my producers, both Infinity as well as Lotus, completely gave me total control. And I'm very sorry to have put you through a huge ringer. Thank you very much for all of you. And talking about cast, Ritika actually has a few extra lines than Mr. Vijay Antony in the movie, and these are all like reserved for the film. And because the way her character is actually plays out is incredible. And actually, Ritika, you have stolen. In fact, I did call you once, and I did tell you that, right? So because she's phenomenal in the film, and of course, I don't have to. The movie is about Laila. It's about Laila's death. So she also plays a phenomenal role in this movie because it's all about her, and the way her character arc pans out in this film is going to be very different. And I have to thank all my technicians, especially my editor, my music composer, music composer Girish, my editor R.K. Selva, my cinematographer Mr. Shivakumar Vijayan, my VFX supervisor Ramesh Acharya, and of course Sami, my art director, and my stunt coordinator Mr. Mahesh Matthew, and also Shimona Stalin, who did the costumes for this film, and my makeup artist Sneha, and Hasta, and special makeup artist, and also my makeup artist Mr. Hari, and everyone else. And in case if I've actually not mentioned anyone, it's not that I don't want to, because there are like more than 300 people that have worked in this project. So I love all of you guys, because without you, this would not have happened. And I'm just standing here on behalf of you, and all the accolades that I get, they all belong to you. So that's what I wanted to say. The film is actually a murder mystery. It's basically a very typical murder mystery genre. But actually, when you look at, the genre of the film is murder mystery, but underneath that, there are like whodunits, howdunits, and all that. This is the whodunit style of the film. And in fact, I have to also mention Mr. GVG Garu was one of the first ones to actually produce this film. He actually came on board to actually produce the film. But a few things, how circumstances and all that. So, and thank you, sir, for coming.
Hi. Andariki Namaskaram. I am meeting you all after a very long time. I'm also meeting you after a very long time. So I'm very, very happy to be here. And thank you so much to all of you for coming out here today. Happy Independence Day. Jai Hind. And I'm just going to start addressing as many people as I can see here right now. Starting with Balaji Kumar sir. I have always wanted to be an IPS officer. When I was growing up, people used to ask me, what do you want to become? I wanted to be an IPS officer for at least 2 months. Then it changed to a pilot, then it changed to this, that. But IPS, I had a very strong ambition for. And I was so glad when I first met Sid and Balaji Kumar sir. And he said that you're playing a rookie cop and you're just getting into this case. So I was already very excited. And my styling in the film, which is done by Shimona, is so different. I have the gun, I have the badge. I'm so cool. I love my look. I love the whole vibe. And thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity to all the producers, Kamal Bora sir, Pradeep ji, Dhananjayan sir. And if I'm missing out on anybody else, I'm so sorry. But thank you so much for the opportunity. And to the actors, I'll start with Meenakshi first. She is Miss Grand International, right? Miss India. When I first thought Miss India, I thought, oh my God, she's going to be so like, yeah, and she's going to be so difficult to have a conversation with, because that's the image that we have, right? That they're very well spoken and they are very careful of what they say. But she's just like the rest of us. She's super chill, she's super nice, she's so beautiful. And I haven't seen much of her work in this film because I did not have a lot of scenes with her. But from what I've seen a very major scene on the set. She was very good. She was very, very good in it. And all the best for your amazing, amazing future in this industry. And Sid, I am very fond of you, and I think you also know that. I was just telling Meenakshi when you were up on stage that you're very charming, and I hope that you get the opportunities that you deserve, because he's a good looker, he's a good talker, he's smooth, he looks nice, he acts well. So I think he's going to have a very, very bright future in the industry. And Vijay Antony, sir, when I had the same impression, oh my God, I'll have to behave and hello sir, good evening sir, I'll have to do. But he is so chill. He is the definition of the word chill. There have been times where I've just, sat in a Jeep with him. I have a Jeep in the film. So I'm sorry, I'm just very excited. So I'm just sitting in the Jeep, and you tend to have some awkward moments between one another. Even when you're sitting with friends, sometimes the silences get a little uncomfortable. But with him, it was never like that. He's so kind, he's so nice, and he makes everybody feel welcomed. He's just a very, very nice person, and he's very simple and down to earth. No attitude or airs about his position in the industry. Also, congratulations for your 10th year anniversary in the industry. If I'm missing out on anybody, I'm so sorry. I'm going to save it for the upcoming press meets. Thank you so much once again.
Happy Independence Day. Thank you so much for coming here today. It truly means a lot. And idi na Tamil debut. The fun fact, this is the first film I signed. So Tamil would have been my first debut in the South cinema, but because this took like a long time and it has been a long journey, Kani, definitely worth it. So I ended up doing in Telugu as well. So now I'm on my third Telugu film, and this is my first Tamil film. But if I have to say one thing, is that I would not change one thing about how I would have wanted my Tamil debut to be. This is a dream project. For me to enter Tamil cinema, this is one character, one film, one project that, and I'm not exaggerating, one could truly dream of getting and starting in the cinema. So I am so grateful to the producers, all of them, and to director. So I think it is your vision that made this character extremely a beautiful and memorable one. And I think I am here in this only because of all of you. The technicians, I don't want to name one because then if I forget, I feel really bad. So I'm just gonna, on an overview, I'm gonna tell, this film is all about every single department doing their job brilliantly for it to become what it has. And I cannot wait for all of you to see this project. And Vijay Antony, sir, like everybody has said, you are such a fabulous actor to work with. And because on every project you spend so much time, all the people become a part of you, like a family. So I think it was so easy to gel with everybody and for you to hold this thing together and for Sir to actually make it a point that all of us are together and at no point feeling in. It was truly like a family, this film, and welcoming me, since this was the first project I signed in the industry, both in the South cinema. I think this is always going to be a special project for me. So I'm very, very, very grateful, and thank you to everybody.
కంగ్రాట్స్ విజయ్ ఆంటోనీ గారు. మంచి సినిమాలు చేస్తున్నారు, కానీ మీరు బిచ్చగాడి తర్వాత తెలుగులో ప్రమోషన్ మర్చిపోయారు. మధ్యలో మీది కిల్లర్ అని ఒక మంచి సినిమా వచ్చింది, కానీ మీరు ప్రమోషన్ సైడు ఫస్ట్ సినిమా బిచ్చగాడి తీసుకున్నంత కేర్ తీసుకోవట్లేదు. డెఫినెట్గా ఈ సినిమా మంచి సినిమా, మీకు డెఫినెట్గా ఈ సినిమాకి మీరు దగ్గరుండి ప్రమోట్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఎందుకంటే తెలుగులో మీరు ఆల్రెడీ వెల్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్డ్ యాక్టర్, కానీ మీరు చేస్తూ తమిళ్లో ప్రమోట్ చేసుకుంటూ తెలుగును మర్చిపోయినట్టున్నారు. కానీ తెలుగులో మీకు బిచ్చగాడు తమిళ కంటే తెలుగులోనే ఎక్కువ ఎంటర్టైన్ అయింది, ఎంత సూపర్ హిట్ అయింది. అలాగే ఆ సినిమా తర్వాత మీరు కిల్లర్ చూసాను, చాలా బాగుంది. అలాగే ఈ సినిమా ట్రైలర్ చూస్తుంటే డెఫినెట్గా సూపర్ హిట్ అయింది. మీరు బాగా ప్రమోట్ చేయండి ఈ సినిమాని. అలాగే ప్రొడ్యూసర్స్ బాలాజీ డైరెక్టర్ గారు 1 year వెయిట్ చేయించారు సీజీ వర్క్, విఎఫ్ఎక్స్ గురించి. అలా చేయబట్టే ఈ రోజున మనం అందరం ఇంత హ్యాపీగా ట్రైలర్ చూసి గ్యారంటీగా మంచి సినిమా, హిట్ సినిమా అని మనం చెప్పగలుగుతాం గ్యారంటీగా. ధనంజయ్ గారు, ఎప్పుడు డబ్బులు మనం పెట్టుబడితే విఎఫ్ఎక్స్ కోసం 4 years రాజమౌళి గారు వెయిట్ చేయకపోతే అంత క్వాలిటీ రాదు, అంత సూపర్ హిట్ రాదు. అలాగే ఈ సినిమా కూడా క్వాలిటీగా చాలా బాగుంది, డెఫినెట్గా సూపర్ హిట్ అయింది. మీకు ఈ సినిమా చాలా డబ్బు వస్తుంది. తెలుగులో కూడా బాగా ప్రమోట్ చేయండి తమిళ్తో పాటు. అందరూ హీరోయిన్లు ఆమె థర్డ్ ఫిల్మ్ అని చెప్పింది, తెలుగు నేర్చుకోవడానికి ట్రై చేయండి, తెలుగులో మాట్లాడండి. ఆల్రెడీ రితిక కూడా తెలుగులో చాలా సినిమా చేసింది, మన గురు సినిమాతో మనకు బాగా ఫేమస్. తెలుగులో డబ్బింగ్ కూడా చెప్పినట్టున్నాం, కానీ తెలుగులో మాట్లాడితే, ఎందుకంటే అందరూ ఇంగ్లీష్లో మాట్లాడితే వాళ్ళు ఛానల్ వేయడానికి న్యూస్ ఉండదు. మీరు తెలుగులో మాట్లాడితే మేము మాట్లాడిందే ఉంటుంది. అందుకని ఈ సినిమా డెఫినెట్గా చాలా బాగుంది. టైలర్ కానీ మ్యూజిక్ డైరెక్టర్ అతను చేసిన ఎఫెక్ట్ కనపడుతుంది స్క్రీన్ మీద. ఎప్పుడు మనకి ఎంత బాగా సినిమా తీసినా నిలబెట్టేది ఆర్ఆర్ఏ ఫైనల్గా. మనం ఎంత మంచి సినిమా తీస్తే అంత. ఈ ఆర్ఆర్ మామూలు టీవీలో చూస్తే కాదు, స్క్రీన్ మీద చూస్తే అద్భుతంగా ఉంది. ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్ మ్యూజిక్ డైరెక్టర్ గిరీష్ గారు, డెఫినెట్గా చాలా బాగుంది. సినిమా గురించి మనం చెప్పడం కంటే మనం ఆల్రెడీ ట్రైలర్లో చూసాం. ట్రైలర్లోనే చాలా బాగా అసలు అంటే అద్భుతమైన విజువల్స్ తోటి చూపించారు. నేను ఎప్పుడు చూపిస్తారని కమల్ గారిని అడిగాను, సినిమా చూపిస్తాను. డెఫినెట్గా ఈ సినిమా సూపర్ హిట్ అవుతుంది. అన్ని లాంగ్వేజెస్లో సూపర్ హిట్ అవ్వాలని మనస్ఫూర్తిగా కోరుకుంటూ ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్
థ్యాంక్ యూ సురేష్. ట్రైలర్ అమేజింగ్గా ఉందండి. ట్రైలర్ ఈజ్ వెరీ గుడ్. ఇట్ టాక్స్ అబౌట్ క్వాలిటీ అవుట్ అండ్ అవుట్. అంటే బాలాజీ కుమార్ డైరెక్టర్గా ఐ నో హీ ఈస్ వెరీ వెరీ కేపబుల్. I know him from a long time. I am very sure about his capabilities and abilities. అదేవిధంగా casting, Vijay Antony garu, Meenakshi garu, Ritika Singh, all have done a very good job. All the technicians, music director, cinematographer, I don't know whether he is here or not. లేరు. ఇది మల్టీలింగ్వల్ ఫిలిం నుంచి పాన్ వరల్డ్ ఫిలింకి తీసుకెళ్లే వ్యక్తి బాలాజీ కుమార్. హీఈస్ కేపబుల్ ఆఫ్ డూయింగ్ ఆల్ దోస్ థింగ్స్. అండ్ ప్రొడ్యూసర్స్ బోరా గారు.
డైరెక్టర్ బాలాజీ గారిని నేను గిరీష్ స్టూడియోలో నా నిశ్శబ్దం జరిగేటప్పుడు మీట్ అయ్యాను. సో ఆయన చాలా విషయాలు మాట్లాడుకున్నాం. అప్పుడు ఆయన థాట్ ప్రాసెస్, ఆయన సినిమాలు అవి చూసి ఆ తర్వాత విడియుమ్మని ఆయన తీసిన సినిమా చూశాను. సో వన్ ఆఫ్ ద బెస్ట్ ఫిల్మ్గా నేను ఫీల్ అయ్యా చూసినప్పుడు. ఇట్ వాజ్ సో వెల్ మేడ్, డిఫరెంట్ థాట్ ప్రాసెస్. అది ఎక్కువ గిరీష్ కానీ, విజయరత్నం సౌండ్ డిజైనర్ కానీ, విజయ్ ఆంటనీ గారి కోసం, తర్వాత బాలాజీ గారి కోసం ఎక్కువ మాట్లాడుతూ ఉంటారు. నేను ఎప్పుడు కలవలేదు కానీ బట్ ఎప్పుడు చెప్తుంటారు. సో ఆయన బిచ్చగాడి సినిమా ఐ హ్యాడ్ సీన్. యూ ఆల్వేస్ ఎవ్రీ ఫిల్మ్ ఆఫ్ యువర్స్ ఈజ్ ఎ వెరీ డిఫరెంట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ యూ టేక్ అప్. సో ఇలా ఇద్దరు డిఫరెంట్, ఒక డైరెక్టరు ఒక యాక్టరు, డిఫరెంట్ థాట్ ప్రాసెస్ ఉన్నవాళ్ళు, అంటే గట్స్ ఉన్నవాళ్ళు, వెరీ గట్సీ ఫిల్మ్స్. బిచ్చగాడు అనే సినిమాని నాకు తెలిసి ఏ హీరో కూడా ఫస్ట్ అది చేద్దామని ముందుకు వస్తాడు, ఆ టైటిల్తో వద్దామని అనుకోడు. దానికి చాలా గట్స్ కావాలి. సో అది ఐఎమ్ రియలీ అప్రిషియేట్ ఫర్ దట్ సార్.
Wish you all a very happy Independence Day. I'm really very, very happy to work with this director, Balaji Kumar. He's a gem of a person and highly talented person. He knows everything. He knows visual effects. He's an editor. He's a sound designer. He's a musician also, and wonderfully talented person. He is capable of directing any big film in this industry. If you this is one example. If you watch this movie, it will be a top-notch in its quality, definitely. And you have got a very long, big future in Indian film industry, sir. Wish you all the best for this movie. And my producers, Infinity Film Ventures and Lotus. And I've got 3 friends, nice friends in this company, Infinity Film Ventures, Kamal sir, Dhanjan sir and Pradeep sir. And without you, it is not possible, sir. So they have patiently waited to complete this movie without any compromise. They supported this director. And definitely, as you told, as interest is a burden for you, but I believe you will recover it in double the amount which you have invested in this movie. And Lotus Pictures, sir? Double and triple. Yes, sir. And I should thank Lotus Pictures, Siddharth also. Actually, they are #1 film production company in Malaysia. They would have released more than 1,000 movies in Malaysia. I hope all the Telugu movies also getting released in Malaysia through Lotus Pictures, I believe. And Infinity also is a very big company in Tamil Nadu. And I know Kamal sir is going to produce a movie with Bellamgonda Srinivas Garu. So wish you all the best for your launch in this Telugu industry, sir. And my artists, Ritika Singh and Meenakshi Chaudhary, very humble, simple, highly talented artists they are all. And I'm very lucky to work with you, Ritika and Meenakshi, with you Siddharth also. And my music director, Grish. So definitely after this movie, and your previous movie is what? Graham, right? Graham. Yeah, and in this, I have Nishabdan and Graham. Yeah, sir, thank you for coming to this function, sir. Thank you. I have seen that movie, wonderful. Yeah, and in this movie, Girish, you will definitely, people in all the people in the Telugu industry will come to know you can deliver Hollywood kind of music, international scoring. So everyone who have worked with you, Balaji Kumar sir, and the sir also knows that you are a wonderful, sensible music director. And as a music director, I can vouch for you. You are a wonderful music director, and definitely you can match the quality of a Hans Zimmer and all the other top-notch technicians in the world. And my editor, and have I missed anybody in this crowd? No one. Thanks for coming to this function, sir, Bellagonda sir and GVK sir, and my Basha Sri Garu. And I think this is our 8th movie, right, sir? You are working with me in the 8th movie, and he'll be working until my last movie. I will never leave you. I'm happy to work with you again and again, sir. Thank you so much. I don't know Telugu. Still, I'm speaking only in English with you. I'm saying just Andariki Namaskaram. Still, you are welcoming me in this industry. I think after completing, I'm directing a movie called Pichagaru 2. After that movie, I think I'll be less pressurized about my other things. At that time, I'll definitely try to learn Telugu. In my next press meet, I will try to speak in Telugu. Thank you so much. And Geeta,